Yeah, it's been a long 5 months for the Cap family here in Ralston. As you can see, their family home still destroyed. The foundation actually shifted. Over the last 20 years or so, we've seen some major changes into that BB Core era. I actually sat down with developers over at Wilson with DeMarini and Louisville Slugger. One side of that battle, rising costs and less money coming in from the state than the university requested. On the other side, the murkiness of federal funding for institutions. Well, might be embarrassed of me, but we'll see if I'm going to embarrass myself or not. This is what you guys get the opportunity to do. That ball's going at least 480. Now, all this fun, again, starting at 6 o'clock here. And yesterday's celebrations, they lasted all day long. From music and dancing to retro cars and thousands of fans, downtown Omaha was the place to be to honor Bud Crawford. The conversation around high school athletics is changing around the country and in Nebraska. It's a major discussion with the transferring, lopsided scores, and lack of participation in some districts. Most of us at the station pass through every single day to get to work. Personally, I see people speeding up and down this corridor that is 13th Street. The Des Moines Public School Board is facing a major shakeup after a surprising decision involving its superintendent. Now, there's a lot of people here in the building at Burlington Station that aren't going to love this stat, but the Chiefs are 0-2 to start the season for the first time since 2014. It was an emotional afternoon here as friends and classmates of Ellie came in droves down the street here to cry, laugh, and remember Ellie right here at her memorial. Now, part of the mayor's plan includes building more affordable housing. The Omaha City Council took a first step toward that goal by updating its urban core plan. And Jeff, part of the committee's why is to enact meaningful change. For you guys, what does meaningful change look like here moving forward? They're going to be needed. As you can see, we are currently in the backyard of a couple homes that are no longer homes, completely destroyed. We have mattresses here, wood from houses. You could see your expired and unused medications, then those drugs are safely destroyed. And for the near future, there's money to keep that program going. K2 News Watch 7's Aaron Hegarty explains. We're starting to see some of those reports here in Sarpy County. We spoke with officials today, and they want you to know that drones, they are a part of our society, and there are licensed drone pilots like our own photographer here. John Everson, he is back with a check of that forecast. And again, it's just so hard to say anything else, but like outside of it, it's hot.
It's hot, but just for one more day.
6:10 now on your Tuesday morning, and the Federal Reserve is set to kick off a critical meeting over interest rates. In the small town of Glenwood, 3 men are now being hailed as heroes. As you can see behind me, this is the aftermath of a house fire that sparked Monday afternoon. Those same 3 men were driving by as they saw smoke coming out of the home with 4 members of a family still trapped inside. Those 3 construction workers heard kids screaming inside.
Kicked the door in, and the fire was all to the side and coming up over through the ceiling. And I seen the little girl inside. So I got below the fire and the smoke and ran in and grabbed a hold of her.
4 people were trapped in the burning home. With the flames growing, John Lewis couldn't get back through the front door, so they ran through the kitchen into the backyard. His co-workers, Gabe Record and Damian Pond, stayed out front.
They were on the front porch trying to get his wife out, and that's when the explosion happened. And the fire blew and burnt Gabe's back pretty bad and got Damian's face.
Record and Pond got the mother out while Lewis saved the young girl and her grandmother.
Once I got to the back, they told me there was another child in the house. I tried to go back in. I got back in the house. I couldn't see because of the fire and the smoke.
The boy was trapped upstairs in this window. So Lewis moved this trampoline up against the house.
I just kept telling him to jump. I got you. You got to jump now. And like I said, I could only imagine how scared he was because he couldn't see me down there. And he jumped into me.
Lewis says there was no time to think, just do.
When you hear a child in harm's way, you know. Yeah, you'll do what you got to do.
These gentlemen all 3 of them are heroes. I can't stress that enough. They saved 4 lives. It could have been a totally different outcome as fast as that fire was spreading.
Lewis reunited Tuesday with the young girl he saved and says he's just happy he was in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, I just did what I would hope anybody would do for my family if they was in the same position.
Chief Gray tells me that those same 3 men will be honored by the fire department with Hero Life-Saving Awards sometime here in the near future. And we spoke with the family here as well and some of those heroes, and they tell me that overall, everyone is just happy to be alive. Reporting in Glenwood, Eddie Messel, KTV News. Watch 7. We're here in Kamado, the focal point of the Nebraska National Guard's mission. Now, just about roughly 40 miles north, that is where camp is. And that's where the Guard spends a majority of their time when they're off duty. It's also where they start their days, and a routine that's not much different than what they would be doing back home in Nebraska.
You wake up, you come out here, you do your job, and then you go home, you go eat, just like a job back home, you could say.
Sergeant Cullen Quick is a diesel mechanic back home in Omaha repairing semi-trucks. But here in Texas, he helps man different points along the border in Kamado, along with other Nebraska National Guard soldiers.
We work 4 on, 2 off, and that's about it.
Monitoring each individual points. We have a roving point that goes back and forth as well, making sure all the soldiers and everybody are taken care of, staying hydrated, just checking on their well-being, making sure they're not going a little stir crazy at times, being out here every day for long periods of time.
Working the border can be hot and stressful, and just like any other job, sometimes you need to de-stress.
They got, little yard games that we can play, and nice place just to sit around and converse and have like actual interactions without having to worry about the stress of work.
We asked to see their living quarters, but for security reasons, we weren't allowed. As for their weekends back at camp, even in Texas, they're pretty normal.
Whatever time you wake up, usually 8 for me. I don't like sleeping in. But then you go to the gym, make the day go by, watch some movies, do the most you can.
Doing a walk around the base to get the cardio in, and just kind of hanging out, lounging around.
For Staff Sergeant Jason Eberly, that also includes calls back home to his wife and 5 kids.
Miss the family back home.
What's the first thing you're going to do when you get back to Lincoln?
Hug my family. And then go camping.
The countdown for the Nebraska National Guard making their way back home is underway. Just about 5 weeks.
I'm trying not to, because I know it'll make it feel longer, but I am deep down counting,
Now, something that we've heard from all the Nebraska National Guardsmen about being here in Texas is the heat. It's been triple digits every single day we have been here. That's why you will find at every single station a cooler filled to the brim with waters, as the Guardsmen, they try to keep cool in weather that they're not used to back home in Nebraska. Reporting from the border, Eddie Messel, KTV, News Watch 7.